Hey, GW coming to you live. First things first, we're going to talk about Jackass Forever. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm just going to outline it real quick because if I tell you any plots or any stunts, it's going to sort of ruin the movie. But I will tell you this, from its raunchy take on monsters trashing the city at the very intro of the movie to its very touching and almost tear-jerking tribute to Ryan Dunn. This is a movie that basically you just have to experience. I I don't even know how to describe this thing, but there is one key sequence in there I'm going to mention because it has to deal with bees. Now, a lot of people may not know this about me. Whenever I was about 4 or 5 years old, I stepped in a hornet's nest and I got stung over about, I think, 60 times, 65 times, something like that. Which might explain why I'm really not right. But anyway, I hate these things. You know, I can't even touch a dead one. But there is a stunt that Steve-O performs in Jackass Forever that made me sort of cringe. That's all I'm going to tell you. Uh, he basically stood naked and had bees applied to him. That's a nice PG way of putting it. Made me cringe. But absent from the movie is Bam Margera. If you guys don't know, there was a lawsuit going around. He claims that Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, and a few others have actually pushed him out of the movie. Although his name did appear in the credits, which I don't even remember seeing him. And I was looking for him the entire movie because they said he was supposed to be in the movie, but he wasn't. And if he was, I sure missed him. But definitely check out that lawsuit. It is unclear whether or not Bam will be in future installments of the Jackass franchise or if he's done completely. It's crazy, you know. But I really can't ruin the movie for you. I really can't. Danger Aaron in the movie, Aaron McGinney, or McGee, or whatever the fuck, whatever his name is. Uh, he uh, he gets put through the ringer in this film. That's the only other thing I wanna tell you about this. Also in the movie there is a cameo by Machine Gun Kelly, and it's pretty funny. Overall, the movie, people wonder, if it's number four, if it's going to be, dumber than the first three. Actually, I thought it was on par with the first and second one. That third one was, but they were all great. I mean, you could watch that crap all day if you have a high tolerance. The jokes never did get old in this movie, and I was on the floor pretty much howling the entire time. So, I can't ruin the movie. I can't even tell you what goes on in this thing, really, pretty much without giving away some major stuff. But since Bam has departed or wasn't in this Jackass movie, there is two other actors that have stepped up. I don't know their names off the top of my head, but one could pass as another Preston Lacey. I will tell you that. But overall, I give the movie probably 8 out of 10 because I like stupid stuff. Also, if you're looking for Johnny Knoxville to revive his Irvin Zisman character, you will not be disappointed. There is a segment in there that Irvin does appear in, and to me, it was pretty cool. Which I hope they make another Bad Grandpa movie. I really like that one. So that's that. So definitely check out Jackass Forever, streaming now on Paramount Plus, as well as the new Scream film. Now let's talk about the slap heard around the world. Let's talk about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. Look, I get it. Chris Rock's a comedian, and sometimes comedians do make personal jabs at people, but they're all in fun. They do not cross the line. And unfortunately, Will Smith, who is one of the best actors, one of the best actors of our generation. I like him as an actor. As a person, I think he's really off and everything. And I have followed his career. If you guys do not know, before he was Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he was the Fresh Prince, teamed up with his partner DJ Jazzy Jeff. They made a couple of cassette tapes. They did such hits as Nightmare in My Street, Summertime, Ring My Bell, Parents Just Don't Understand, Rock the House. I Think I Can Beat Mike Tyson. So I followed him from when he was about 16, 17, all the way up till, now. And I like him, but as a person, I think his views are a little bit skewered. I don't agree with him. That being said, now Chris Rock, I followed since Saturday Night Live. I think he's one of the funniest comedians out there. So if I had to pick a side, guys, I'm sorry, I'm going with Chris Rock on this one. And people are right now going, Greg, why are you going with Chris Rock? He the one that said it. Yeah. But Chris Rock also didn't make Bad Boys Forever, which really wasn't that great of a film. And he also didn't push the Scientology angle. See, I'm not with all that. I just believe, hey, we're here. Believe in what you want. Just don't push your views on people. That's my thing. But again, this is a topic that people are picking sides on. So I'm just going to recant that and I'm going to stay neutral. But I don't know if you guys heard about this, but since the slap occurred, the Academy Awards are going to bar or suspend Will Smith from future outings. They also said that they could have handled it better. Well, two things should have happened. One, Chris Rock obviously shouldn't have said what he said about Will Smith's wife. Number two, Will Smith is an entertainer. These are people we look up to. These are people that, we look at as role models sometimes. He shouldn't have hit somebody, because what is that telling millions of people, millions of kids who watch Will Smith? It's okay to hit people? I think that they should have just squashed it right then, walked away. If you guys remember years ago in the Music Awards, Tupac Shakur's mom, Biggie Small's mom, actually hugged each other. And these were mothers of two rappers that were pretty much verbally trash talking each other to the point where they both died. Now they can make peace. Why couldn't Chris Rock, after it happened, why couldn't Will Smith called Chris Rock back up and said, hey, look, man, I'm sorry, gave him a hug, and that's it. That would have squashed the whole beef. But now, there's a fallout from that. I just read yesterday, just saw on, YouTube, that a heckler was arrested outside of a Chris Rock show. Chris Rock joked, said, what are you going to do, bring a gun? What do you got? What are you going to do, shoot me on stage? And that does come off as, morbidly funny, but being as what happened, you don't know. You don't know. You know what I mean? And I think it was part, sarcastic joke, part fear. So, no, it's crazy, to think that there's going to be grown men. Now, you would expect that. You would expect that in a WWE ring, or you would expect that in a bar. But you would not expect that as a high caliber place as the, Emmy Award ceremonies. So that's my take on that. But again, I like them both. And it's funny because this situation has made people create them for WWE 2K22. So you can actually go in there now, go to online, go to, download a wrestler. You can find Will Smith, you can find Chris Rock, and you can just beat the crap out of each one of them in the Hell in a Cell if you want to. That's the way to go. That's the way the beef should be squashed. Speaking of wrestling, it is WrestleMania weekend, and I'm not really too excited over it. I don't know. I just lost track. Speaking of WrestleMania weekend too, it is rumored that Cody Rhodes, who had jumped from AEW back to WWE, is not going to be in this year's WrestleMania. So that's just a rumor. I did hear they were making a new Jurassic Park. Check out Jurassic Park Dominion. I don't know when it's going to be released, but obviously they're going to keep going with this. And I would assume Chris Pratt is still, in the lead as the leading, character. Nothing else really going on, but I just wanted to talk about Jackass Forever for a minute and, talk about the slap. Because, like I said, I mean, honestly, there has been some really crazy things going on in the world. My wife just read that you guys go on a cruise, everything is skyrocketing up in price. And I'm talking about, the tips that you give these guys for cleaning your cabin, for bringing you towels, they're going up. The room key that you got whenever you give them the credit card, that's going up. You have to now pay for that bad boy. Any specialty restaurants you go to, those are probably going to be extremely overpriced. So my point is, if you're not a Jordan Belfort type millionaire, you're going to have a hard time financing this vacation, And I want to talk about Disney. I know the last time I was on here that I did a little rant about Disney. Well, turns out that a day after I did that rant, that I saw a story that was weird in nature. There was a person who dressed up like Chip or Dale, I think. I think it was Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. Or, let me reiterate because I don't want to get my information incorrect. This person dressed up as a mascot. Like Goofy or Donald, Minnie, Mickey, And she had to perform in this costume all day. She said, number one, it was hot as crap, and when you're alone and you're in a costume all day, she says you have to be happy no matter what. And she said that like she would go over in the park and like she didn't know how to act because there'd be a crying baby there and the parents would be upset about the crying baby. Then later on in the day, she'd go over and she'd see a person celebrating, being cancer free. She didn't know how to act. And it sort of messed with her a little bit. And she said the job is very, very, very stressful because you don't know how to approach certain situations. And I read that and I said, you know what? Yeah. Because I'm sorry, but if I'm celebrating, being cancer free, I want a drink and I want a hug by my wife. I don't want, a mascot coming over to me and giving me a hug. Although that would be kind of an opportunity for a photo op, and most people would joke it off and laugh it off and let the mascot do what he did, or they did. But she said you never knew how to approach situations. And you think about it, that is the one profession where you will probably see more things happen than if you were a janitor. See, I am a janitor and I see all kinds of stuff, but my mind is thoroughly built where I just go in and handle business. Because there's no emotion attached. You see a clogged toilet, you go in and get a plunger, you get the thing, you go out. You know what I mean? But with that kind of job, you have to worry about emotions, people flipping out on you. You have to worry about babies throwing up on your costume. You have to worry about, if you put your hand on a girl and their boyfriend going to punch you in the face. What if you go into the park and somebody's dying and it's their last wish to go to Disney World? I mean, how do you react to that? So it was just a very bizarre story, and I feel kind of bad for these people that have to do this, But I give them a lot of credit for tromping through that battlefield and, trying to make the best of all these situations. So I also noticed, too, that the commercials for the Disney Star Wars park have been airing less and less. I guess they're pretty much on the even keel. Also, I read, too, that the reservation system at Disney doesn't work. That's what I read. So if you guys go on today and you make a reservation for, like, next Saturday, you can't guarantee a spot next Saturday. I mean, it's just, It's the way it is. But yeah, just want to drop a line. Definitely give Jackass 4 or Jackass Forever a whirl, because it is amazing. It's an experience, but you got to have a lot of tolerance to go through this. If you've seen the first 3, you guys know what I'm talking about. So I'm just gonna sit here. I don't know. It's about 3 in the morning, 3:30, somewhere's around there. I don't even know. I'm gonna watch a movie and see what this weekend brings. Catch y'all on Monday. Big shout out to all my fans, Peyton, you know, everybody, Emily, you know, Casey, Jay, Undead, you know. I like how I just did that right there. That's gonna be the new thing right there. We're gonna just make the whole thing shimmer and shake. But yeah, big shout out to all my fans. And yeah, check it out. Maybe I'll have something more for you tomorrow. Peace.